Okay. It looks like we are live. Alright. Let me change some things here. What are we doing today? Today we are quads QUA. It's nice out. Let's see. Alright, that'll work. Bear with me, people. We're just setting up the stream. We're going to be just chatting. Thanks. Evidently you can't add your own tags. Okay. Alright. Alright, there we go. Something's going on up in the house. Let me pause the stream. I will be back. Okay, it looks like there was nothing going on up there. Okay, so it's been a while since I did a stream. I really haven't been doing too much. I had an idea for a new lightweight airplane, so I just started building on that. But since I'm building it with Gorilla Glue, it takes about half an hour each time I lay up a piece of foam to dry. So that doesn't really make for good streaming content. So I haven't really been streaming that, but I plan on this being a little microplane that can do FPV. So maybe once I get the bugs worked out, I can stream the actual flights. What else? Oh, I was having a problem last time with not being able to capture on all my cameras. I have a face cam, obviously. I got a project cam here that's just taking a picture of the bench. We got, of course, our mixed. This is the screen capture. Okay. And I also have a soldering camera, which was not working before, and it is now. You can see it's not really the best quality, but if I'm going to try to take a picture of soldering or take a streaming while I'm soldering, this is going to be probably the best I'm going to be able to do, at least for now. And I also have the FPV capture, which right now is just static until I turn on the quad. So obviously that'll be a little bit better. That's a little bit better than it was. Well, maybe. Okay. We'll be able to get something there. Oops. Dropping crap. You gotta be almost just in the right place for this thing to work. At least whenever it's on pit mode. I have it turned. I have the VTX setup so that whenever it's in pit mode, it's transmitting at like 1 milliwatt, and just where I stand can change the reception because it's such low amperage. Anyhow, I'm just gonna be wanting to do some flying around because it's like 70 degrees outside, and it's the nicest it's been in quite a while. So I got some new batteries, and we're just gonna fly around for a while, see what happens. All right. So jump this back over to project. Okay. So I got some China Hobbyline batteries over the winter because they were on sale and they were pretty cheap. So I'm going to see how those do. I'm still just running 4S. I don't see any reason for my skill level to go up to like 6S or 5S or anything. So these are China Hobbyline 1500 milliamp hour 4S batteries. And if we jump back over to the FPV feed, see, I have to put the antenna like right directly in the line of sight of one of these things here to actually see what the hell I'm doing. There we go. So I'm just going to turn this up to 200 milliwatts. How the hell do I do that now? Features. I think this is Tramp. I wonder if this is not on the right channel. Let's see if we can change the channel. So let's change it to 5600. $58.05. So we should be getting something now. There we go. That's better. Wow, that's pretty awful reception. Oh, maybe we have to turn. signal. That's better. I'm just going to do a quick line of sight out there. Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick line of sight and make sure it's flying right first. Get out of here, dog. Okay. Okay, that's better. Alright, my dog seems to be chasing this thing a lot. So let me just land it on the roof. And hold on there for a minute. Hey, where'd you go? You got the dog? I'll take off then. Okay. Dog's supposedly under control now. So, just take off from the roof. Whoa. Want me in a fail-safe here? Let's go find it. I knew it was right side up, so I was able to just go outside, arm it, and fly it out of there real quick, line of sight. Whoop. It's been a while since I did any flying. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, so I think the issue here is I'm running the smallest, lightest receiver that I can, and this is a, what the hell is this? This is one of those FrSky micro receivers with no diversity or anything. So I'm thinking that if you notice some of the movements were kind of herky-jerky, especially on right before that last crash in the tree. And I think what was happening is I was getting some fail-safe. Looks like my top plate cracked a little bit there too. I can fix that. Yeah, let's see if we can. See if you could see this thing with this. Whoa, that's closer. We want further away. You see that little arm right there? That's bent. I think it's supposed to be like that. Okay. Doesn't matter. Let's go back to the project. So, I might end up changing this receiver out. Because that doesn't seem to be working. I don't like how that is. How that's fail safe and not flying the way I want it to. So let's see about a different quad. This guy here is a much older quad, but I didn't fly a lot, just because I was always afraid of breaking it, and now it's so old that it's like not worth keeping around anymore, really. So I might as well fly it and see if I break it. So we'll just fly this one then. This one, I must have cannibalized the battery strap from it at some point. So this is also running. This is not running a FrSky receiver. This is running a Spektrum receiver, because at the time I was running everything on Spektrum. The issue though is I have no idea what it's called anymore. Pretty sure it's this. Yep, that's it. Sweet. Now let's see if I can find the channel that it's supposed to be on. Oh, there's something. There we go. So this old guy doesn't have any kind of like race mode, pit mode, or anything like that. I mean, I'm not even sure what version of Betaflight it's running. It's an old version, I'll tell you that. But you don't care about that. It flies. And that's usually how I keep my quads. Like once they're flying good, unless there's a reason to change them, I just don't. Like if I get a new board or I get something like that, then yeah, sure, I'll change it. But other than that, if it flies, it flies, and I don't worry about what version it's running. I used to, but then what ended up happening is Betaflight or CleanFlight or whatever I was running at the time was getting updated so often that like I couldn't keep up with it. Like my quads were always never done, or they were always flying a little bit goofy because of the new update. So what I decided to do was just quit updating them. Unless there's a reason for it, a specific reason for it, I just leave them how they are. Let's see if there's anybody. No. Nobody's watching. That's okay. It's kind of a midday stream. So let's go to the FPV feed. I actually kind of end up liking this. Just put a VTX on it and it transmits kind of deal. Yeah, sure, I blast people out of the sky when I turn it on, but there's nobody around here, so I shouldn't need to worry about it. Whoa, okay. Let's see, what kind of rates do I got on this thing? A lot. I got a lot. I think this is my old rates that I was flying before, that are like 1,200 degrees per second. Then I realized it's much harder to be really accurate with that kind of rate. So I slowed them down on some of my newer quads. To like 600. And that's a little bit more manageable even at full stick. Uh-oh. Sounds like I broke something. Something came loose. Let me go see what that's about. Yep, through a blade. So, yep, through a blade there. So let me change props real quick. Now, like I said, this is an older quad, and I probably changed, the last time I changed the prop on these was probably like a year ago, and it's just been sitting, so they must have got brittle, and as soon as I hit that little straggler branch, it's popped that blade right off. Oh, so what kind of props do we got? Let's see. How about some pink racecraft props? I'm pretty sure these old props here, those were King Kong props, which I don't even think I have anymore of. So let's see, that one, yep, that one, that one, that one. I wish I could do this fly a little bit better for you guys, but you know, it's been a while since I've been doing any flying. Just kind of getting back into it. So we'll see how that goes. Let me do a quick line of sight and just make sure the props are on the right way and everything's good. Yep, that works. So the only bad thing about this older setup is I don't have any OSD on my voltage or anything like that. So I'm kind of going by the feel as it's flying as to whether I need to bring it in for a battery change or not. Have to be careful. There's actually scraggle on the ground from the storms around here. It's been really windy, and actually it's still windy today. But these quads don't really care too much about wind. Oh, see that? Scraggle on the ground. I'll probably fail safe on the Spectrum before I lose video signal. My video receiver on this thing, I'm using a ground station so that you guys can see it, and it's pretty powerful. You hear that? That's the timer on my radio. I used to just do this, like if I'm flying balls out, I could just go by the timer and pretty much say that battery's shot. But I was running 1300 milliamp hour batteries when I figured that timing out, and I'm definitely feel like I'm more just cruising now than I am flying flat out or anything. And you know, now that I'm back into flying this a little bit older school, no OSD, just simple VTX setup here, I think I might actually like it better. I mean, I'm wearing box goggles because I really like the field of view and the immersive feeling that it gives you, and I'm not racing with them or anything, so I don't need to like be able to see the whole screen at once. So I don't got any fat sharks or anything like that. I just wanted to feel like I'm flying, and that's what these box goggles give me. But anyhow, it feels a lot more immersive with nothing else on the screen. I just feel like it's just me and the wind. Whereas with all that information, which is nice, I guess sometimes, but you can see I pretty much got accustomed to this pretty quick. So more information really, I guess, doesn't really make you a better pilot. It just gives you more information and more crap to look at rather than where the hell you're going. Through the scraggle. Okay. I feel like that's enough. Okay. Go grab that cord. Now, do I have a voltage checker down here? I probably do. I just don't know where it's at. So, let's get out the old school voltage checker. So, DC volts. So I'll just plug in here, get the overall voltage. $15 volts. So this thing is barely even used, I think. Let me see what a cell voltage is. No, that's about right. So usually I try to stop flying at like 3.8 volts. And I'm getting 3.7 volts per cell. Yeah, on all the cells. Yep, 3.76. So that battery's done. So that flew for 6 minutes there on that battery. That's actually pretty good. Again, I'm not going balls out, but I'm just going out there having fun. So let's check out what this other battery ended up at. So this has still got a little bit of life in it. This is 3.84 volts. But I'll call that done. Set that over there real quick. So this first battery strap there, that's basically more to hold the wires in place. It's the second battery strap that I really try to cinch down and hold that battery down. Of course, both of them help do the job. That's about right. And let's shut this off for now. And we got video. See, it's so much nicer. So much nicer to just plug it in and boom, have video. I don't have to worry about, you know, trying to line it up in just the right place so that you can... Oh. So I just grabbed these arms and just pulled on them just a little bit to make sure, see if there was anything loose. And this rear motor number, let's see, motor number 3, these screws are loose on the frame. So better tighten those up, huh? Let's see. Probably, oh, it's 2mm, that's right. Figures. I lost my dang 2mm hex wrench. Is this it? Is this it? No, this ain't it. Okay. Might as well weld them here. Might as well give all these screws a little goose. You also just want to be careful about over tightening these things. You don't want to get the screw up into the motor windings or strip them out or anything like that. So while you want it to be tight, you don't want it to be ridiculous. Okay, let's see if that makes a difference. So we'll jump back over to the FPV feed. Okay. Woo, that was close. Those are pretty good props. Took that whack with no problem. Man, that snap at full stick, that is ridiculous. Okay, so that's my 2-minute warning. So I've been flying for 2 minutes. So I got another probably 3 dings, and then I'm good to go, and then I'm probably done. Now I think there is a scraggle this hole right there. Right into that whoop, 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 whoop. Now I'm pretty sure this quad doesn't have turtle mode or flip over after crash or anything. So if I crash it and it lands upside down, I gotta walk. Okay. That flips so ridiculously fast. It's like I can't even tell what happened. Like there's no need for that, but I love it. Woo! So there we go. Now I gotta walk. So we'll just put this back onto. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go walk and get that. Okay, that was a good place to stop for right now. I got to go carry in some groceries. So I will be back. Maybe I'll be back later tonight. Yeah, I won't. I don't know. We'll see.